You are now listening to episode 3 of a self help podcast where we focus on lifting each other up and counting our blessings at the same time. We are your hosts. Hey, I'm Mia,
And I'm Kiosha,
and this
and
is
this is
Crazy
Crazy Beautiful
Beautiful Talk.
Talks. Today's episode is called Stop Existing and Start Living. I could tell you from personal experience that I've existed more than I have lived in my life. I had a conversation with a friend, and we were just talking about life and how, as moms, it's hard to find that extra time. Let me say something right now. That's not an excuse. There's 24 hours in a day. My friend told me she gets up every morning before she starts her day and meditates for an entire hour. I said, really? Like, you're crazy. She said, sitting at a desk daily from 9 to 5 daily is crazy. Well, damn, that shut me up. Now, I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5 because I seriously love my 9 to 5 and that's my passion. But that's only 8 hours of my day. So what happens to the other 16? Let me tell you, that hit me hard when she told me that because I was just thinking like, okay, like you're seriously right. Like I have 16 other hours to live. Okay, let's take 8 of that off to freaking sleep. I have another 8 hours to live.
Right.
Mia, do you live or do you exist?
Oh, I mean, I consider myself living. I feel like I try to take uh opportunities, that present themselves. Like with the whole COVID situation, everybody felt like, okay, well, we locked in the house, there's nothing to do, let's watch a whole bunch of movies. No, me and my sister like, no, let's capitalize on it. We're in the house, our kids are in the house, we don't have to go nowhere. Let's take advantage of this time and use it wisely. Me, I started learning a new language. I'm starting to learn sign language. So, I feel like I'm living. There was a point in my life where I was existing. I just went to work, slept all day, went back to work, slept all day. I couldn't even use my money for nothing because all I did was work and go to sleep. And that's not living, that's existing. So I think I now am living.
So I found this awesome quote and it reads, existing is going through the motions of life with no zeal and feeling you have no control. Living means embracing all that this large world has to offer and not being afraid to take chances. The beauty of living is knowing you can always start over and there is always a chance for something better. Jason M. Lee. You know how many people go through the same motions daily just because it's comfortable and they are afraid to step out at all? That's not the way I want to live, and I suggest that each and every one of you think about that. There is nothing wrong with a little routine, but hey, live a little.
Yes, I agree. I feel like, yes, you have a 9 to 5, but you can always try something different. You have gaps. There's 9 to 5. Okay, there's other hours in the day. Like after 5, you can go uh like me and my family. We like to go play tennis. That's not something that I've ever done before, but it's something that I've tried and I've decided that I liked it. I mean, I feel like you should at least try everything once. Get out there, um, you know, try something different. Try things that you'd be like, oh no, I don't think I'm into that. Don't be stereotypical. Just try it. And that's a form of living. That's trying
Yes.
that's stepping out your norm, You go to work, you come home, you take a shower, you eat dinner, you watch a movie, you go to sleep. Okay, that's fine. But how about on Thursdays, you go take a walk around the park, or you go to your favorite restaurant, or you, I don't know, do something out, break up that norm and try
Yes.
something different. Add a little excitement to your life.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, since we're on the topic of living and not existing, there are a few questions that I want you to ask yourself. One, if I could do life all over again, would I change it? Two, do I regret not doing or completing something in my life? Three, did I want to take this path, or was it just easiest or laid out for me? How many times did you say yes? Keo.
3. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, all 3 times. I mean, yeah, there's, there are a lot of things I would change, if I can go back and do life all over again. There are some things that I regret not completing. There, one is school. I regret not getting my degree. One is some projects that I took on. I regret not finishing them and, finishing what I started out, because I know I could have been so successful at it, but it wasn't an easy task. So I decided to let it go. And definitely, um, this was an easier path for me to take versus, I think, so many other options that I've had. Now, am I going back to the path I know God laid out to me? Yes, I feel like I am. Is it harder? Yes, it is. But do I know how awesome the reward will be? Yes, I do. What about you, Mia?
When I look at these questions, I don't know how to feel about them. Like, if I could do life all over again, would I change it? Um, yeah, I would change parts of it, but I wouldn't change all of it because a lot of things that I didn't finish or complete, I feel like I did that for a reason. I'm a risk taker. I'll start something, and if I get through it and I feel like halfway through it and I feel like this is not something for me, I'll change it and go into a whole nother different direction. Shoot, I done went from makeup to hair to medical billing to being a dancer to going to school. Like, now I want to be a social worker. Like, I don't regret not completing a lot of things, but I do regret not putting myself more out there to different other things. You know, if I didn't complete something, I just felt like it wasn't something that was right for my life. So I jumped ship. Sorry that it sounds like that. But number three, did I want to take this path, or was it just easiest or laid out for me? Oh man, nothing was laid out for me to just do. Every path that I took it upon myself to take that path. I mean, misfortunes happen in my life, but everything that I've done after things that have happened to me, I have chosen to do those. So I don't feel like the things that have happened to me made me go this way. I chose to go this way because I felt like it was easier for my life.
So I said yes to each and every one of these, like I said before. And there are so many things that I wish I could do over again. I've made some choices that I definitely regret. And I didn't take this path because it was the easiest, but it damn sure was easier. I took this path because I had to. But guess what? I'm making choices now that I want to make, and I don't need a redo. Going forward, I'm not going to back down because I'm afraid of a specific task or project that I've committed myself to. You are the author of your story, so write it.
Amen.
Huh. I was doing some research and I found this on livereal.com. I found it extremely interesting. Hopefully, you do too. There's existing and there's living. To live is a different thing than it is to just exist. Although they can get confused with one another fairly often, they overlap and interconnect in more ways than a few. But still, they're totally different. So, what are these two ideas really about? To exist means to be born, survive for a while, and then die. Okay, which if you think about it, most of the people you know, that's what they do. They do what they have to do to get up, pay their bills, and be that person, and and that's it. To live means something beyond that. As long as we're alive, we're existing. But it's possible to be alive without really living. If this was a game, to exist would mean something like simply showing up. It would mean just on the football field, for example. That's it. To live would mean to play spectacularly, to give it your all, to give it your best. To exist is minimum a possible requirement. To live is so, so, so much more.
Now, I agree with this. I just want to say that you it brings me to like older people, and they made up this bucket list, and it's like,
I,
okay, oh, I'm old now, so now I need to do all the things that I always wanted to do, and I don't want to die before I don't do them. I
yeah,
feel like we shouldn't wait until you're about to knock on heaven's door. I feel like now you should make a list. And every year you should knock something off that list. You should strive to do more in your life. I mean, it'll make you happier to do stuff so that when you get older, you can be like, "Oh, I'm good. Like I did
yep.
everything that I said I wanted to do. I've tried all these different quiches. I don't know. I don't know why I said quiche, but try
It could be foods too, for real
right
though.
anything. Just get out there and stop. Okay, well, I cook for my husband, and every Tuesday we gotta make tacos. You don't gotta make tacos every Tuesday, girl. Live a
Sure
little.
don't.
Dude, change it up. Make some nachos. I don't know. Don't get just stuck in the norm. It's okay to deviate and live your life. Get that heart pumping. That's what keeps you living longer, people. Is that good old heart and your soul, and what makes it feel good. Okay, so we were on dailyliving.org, and they had some great ways to start actually living. Okay, not my little 7 different quiches, but these are ways, aspects in your life or sections in your life where you could just add a little bit more flavor,
Yes.
to your life. So love, perhaps the most important. Fall in love, people. there's
Yes.
there's somebody for you. There's somebody for everybody. You just gotta find who you looking for. Make a list. Shoot, know exactly what you looking for. Don't be too harsh, but if you are already, if you have, fall in love with your partner all over again. Okay, find something new. Learn different things about your significant other. Like with me and my boyfriend, we actually have a book. It's a relationship book, and it asks us different questions about how we want to love each other, how we want to be loved. They ask us about our love language and things like that. How you want to pray for your loved one. It's just something to get to know that person, because even if you with somebody for 20 years, you still don't know every aspect of them. And
Yep.
they always willing to share. They're not sure. Men are not sure if you even are interested in stuff like that. So just show some interest in their life.
Men, you too. Show some interest in your woman's life.
Right. Okay, get outside. I know it's the pandemic, women, but or men and women, people, get
People.
outside. Okay, take a walk. Don't let yourself be shut indoors. Go out when it's raining. Walk on the beach. Like I said, go play tennis. Go walk around the corner to the ice cream shop. Like just get out. Don't be stuck in your home. You know, I have a nerve to say because I love to stay in my house.
You know,
I have a whole body, but I have to think about it. I have a son. So just because I like to be in the house doesn't mean that he just wants to stay in the house. Kids need to be exposed to the sunlight. When I was a kid, after school, I get kicked out and I can't come back to the street lights come on. Okay. That was my childhood. Um, Another way is savor foods. Don't just eat your food, but really enjoy it. Okay. You what is it? Did to say chew your food. What is it? Like 30 times before you
like
swallow.
30 times to swallow it, right? Which I don't. I'd be like,
I'm like,
you. But how do you taste it? Like, like, how do you taste it if you don't really chew it? If you don't really savor it? Come on.
yes, and that's good for your digestive system too. You know, you want that food being able to be, process. So take your
Right?
time, okay? Let your mouth catch up with your stomach. Another one is create a morning ritual. Wake up early, greet the day, watch the sunset out loud. Tell yourself that you will not waste this day, which is a gift. So, you know, I have a board in my house where I write down my to-do list, what I need to accomplish. Like if I need to clean the kitchen, work on my podcast, work out, drink water. I just make a list for myself and I just go over it throughout the day and check it out. And at the end of the day, I feel more accomplished. I feel like I did something that day. I did everything that I said I was going to do that day. And the list helps me make sure I do something and not just waste the day. You can waste the day. Like I've wasted plenty of days on TikTok. Okay.
Right? Oh my God. I'm about to waste the rest of my day on TikTok. No, I'm not.
No, not
I'm
even just creating. Creating for TikTok, I don't think is a waste because I'm now
no,
making
but I just sit
money.
there and
But
scroll.
yes,
It's
that's
like,
a waste.
like, and then you get that video. Hold up. You've been scrolling too long.
Right. You gotta put yourself on a limit. You gotta be like, okay, I'm gonna scroll for, about an
30
hour.
minutes.
An
Yeah,
hour.
about 30 minutes, girl. 30 minutes.
Okay.
So some other things were take chances. We often live our lives too cautiously, worried about what might go wrong. Be bold, risk it all. Like when me and my sister decided to start this podcast, we don't know anything about podcasts.
YouTube University.
Yeah, but guess what? This is something that we wanted to do. This is something that we wanted to crush in our lives in a path that would make us happy. So guess what? We're doing it. We're being bold. We're taking that risk. We're risking it all. We're investing in ourselves. That's what we do it, okay? Follow excitement. Try to find the things in life that excite you and go after them. I know me, like I have a lot of things that I do, but guess what? It excites me. It gets my heart flowing. It gets that blood flowing. I love it. And I'm happy and I smile and it makes me laugh. Like I I live I've probably led the most exciting life I have in the last 6 months of my life than I have in the last 6 years of my life.
Amen.
It's crazy. Find your passion.
Hmm.
Similar to the above tip, This one asks you to find your calling. Make your living by doing the things you love to do. First, think about what you really love to do. There may be so many things, because I know I have so many things. Find out how you can make a living doing it. It may be difficult, but you only live once. I could tell you three of my top passions:
What?
helping people, the youth,
Mm.
and making others feel good about themselves. Helping people. I've been in social services for over 10 years. That is my number one passion, and I'm doing it, and I make money while doing it. While making that money, I invest in helping the youth by being a youth mentor and financial coach. And because I want to help others do better, I'm also investing in myself when my sister and I decided to start this podcast. I am doing three of my top passions and making money while doing them all.
Amen. I can add to that. I don't know how many the top three, but I know that my passion is working out. Okay. I love to work out. I love the physical aspect of it. I love learning about what's good for my body. And so I made a career in working out and physical wear. So that, and my passion is talking. So yes, I love to talk. I love to reenact things. I want to say acting, but I've never really got into that. That is something that I do want to venture into, but I feel like I applied that to my TikTok, which now I have made a little earnings in. So that's part of my that passion. And my other passion is self-care and more mental. I'm actually going to school for sociology and social science. So I really am passionate about what's good for your mind and how to work out the kinks in it and actually live a healthy life. So I feel like all of that just tied in together and I went for it. And now I'm actually making money. I get to work with my sister, and I can't wait to see where this goes. This is what taking chances is all about. We not making a whole
Yes.
bunch of money, you know what I mean? But
Not yet. Not yet. But
yet.
guess what? It's going to we just started, and we are on the right path, and the vision that I see is crazy. It's crazy. It's
Amen.
crazy. Another thing that I saw was get out of your cubicle. Do you sit all day in front of a computer, shuffling papers, or taking phone calls, or chatting on the internet? Don't waste your days like this. Now, I do work at a desk, but guess what? Like, I'll stand up, put on my headset, walk around. I try to do like some arm exercises or something while I'm, typing away or taking a phone call or doing what I have to do. And there's nothing wrong with having a cubicle job, but add some passions into it. Your 9 to 5 can be your investor in your future. Like, think about that. Turn the TV off. How many hours a day do we waste in front of the darn TV? Okay. How many hours do we have to live? Do the math. Unplug the TV. Only plug it in when I'm not saying don't watch TV, because I love TV. Okay. That's like my biggest expense in my house is I have not only cable, but Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus.
Oh, I love it.
Got them all.
Oh, I love it.
We got it all. But
We share, girl. We here.
We got it all. But we also know, like, okay, I'm going to watch TV this amount of time a day. There's nothing wrong with limiting yourself, because instead of watching TV, I'm going to read this book. Instead of watching TV, I'm going to create my business plan. Instead of watching TV, I'm going to write my next 2 episodes of our podcast. There's just so many different things. And that's another thing, is not just TV, but pull away from the internet.
Mm.
You're reading something on the internet right now, and with the exception of this article, it's just wasting more time, okay? You're listening to this health podcast. Write down what we're saying. Think about it. Is it benefiting your life? If it's not benefiting your life, if you're just scrolling through Facebook for hours and hours a day, just commenting on, seeing all this negativity, that's not benefiting your life. That's not bringing anything positive into your life. So go do something.
Okay, I want to chime in on that. When it says put away your phone and you were saying like time yourself, do you know you have an app on your phone that calculates how much time you spend on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and you can limit your time? Did you know that?
I did know that. And did you know that it sends you like a report every week? I had to turn off the report because I was looking at myself like, girl, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, don't turn it off.
Mm-mm.
Don't turn it off.
I had to, because I was feeling bad, like you are wasting your life. Okay.
But see what it did. It did exactly what it was meant to do. You had to look at yourself like, oh shoot, girl, I'm spending like 45 hours. It ain't even 45 hours in a day, but I'm spending all them hours on Instagram. It's unhealthy. So we have to have those little reminders. I mean, we're human. Everybody is not perfect. You need something to be like, come on. You're doing this too much. You need to focus on this. You need to do that. You need to put sticky notes around your house, or if people don't like that, if you have roommates and they're like, girl, what you doing? Put it around your mirror in your room. So when you wake up, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. I need to, not spend so much time watching this. Only watch 2 episodes of Whitworth. Only, limit yourself so you can succeed, so you can, have fun.
Yes. Now, one of the biggest things is travel. Now, I know, okay, so I'm being sensitive to the whole COVID situation, but I'm saying after this is over, after you have more opportunities to get out there. Sure, you want to travel someday when you have vacation time, when you're older, but what are you waiting for? Find a way to take a trip. If it's not this month, then sometime soon. You don't have to take a trip across the world. You can take a trip 2 cities over. You could take a trip 10 minutes down the road and do a staycation. But guess what? If you're doing that, you're living. That's something outside of the box. That's something that maybe will relax you for that day, that 24 hours, that entire weekend. You're too young not to see different things, whether it be across the world or in 4 or 5 cities over. If you need be, find a way that you're able to work from different locations. If your 9 to 5 is Monday through Friday and you want to do something extra with home businesses, go do that maybe in a hotel room. That'll give you a change of scenery. Go do that on a beach and seclude yourself. There's just so many things that we can do just to live now. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. When it comes to traveling, I feel like it's like set a goal, set a goal for yourself. Have something to look forward to. It makes you work that much harder in your everyday life. With your girlfriends or your family, like, oh, okay, let's go to Cancun next year. That gives you time to set a goal and achieve it. And once you get there, you feel more accomplished. You feel like you worked for something. I just feel like get your body wanting to do more. Look forward to the future. Definitely. Okay, so let's start with some questions. Okay. I am living. Do you take chances? Kiosha, do you take chances?
I'm thinking. I just started taking chances.
Okay. Okay, that's
Do you
fair.
take chances?
I take chances. Sometimes I think I take too many chances.
You
Um,
do.
I'm a natural. I'm a strong Aquarius. So we, what is it? Jack of all trades, but master in none. No, just let. But
Don't receive that.
I take chances. I I'm go with the flow, but I'm down to do anything once. I'm down to try anything. I feel like there's something that I can do. If you just tell me how to do it, I could do it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. So yeah, I think I do. I take too many chances. Okay, second question. Do you pursue your passions?
Again, I'm starting to do it. Like I before I didn't. I dibbled in it a little bit, but then I, got scared and I wouldn't do it. But now I'm starting to pursue all of my passions and I will not stop. I do not care. I will not stop. What about you?
Yes, I think I do pursue my passions, but I have to sometimes I have to slow down and focus, make a priority list because I'll end up spreading myself too thin and I get overwhelmed and then I'll start pulling back and like that. So yeah, I think I do pursue my passions, but I just need to be more focused on what exactly I'm most passionate about because I'm passionate about a lot of things, and I feel like I just need to zero in and
Yeah, definitely.
number three, do you do everything you can to stay healthy?
No,
I'm about to
I'm
say,
not
don't
gonna
get up here
lie.
and lie.
I ain't lying. I don't. I don't know what to say. I like food a lot, you know.
But it's not about
I
liking
don't.
food. It's about, are
I
you
like food.
exercising? Are you
No,
exercising? Are you
no.
drinking water?
Oh yeah, I drink a lot of water. Like a lot,
I just
like a
started
lot, a
drinking
lot.
water. But
I drink like 8 bottles a day. I drink at least 8 of these a day, at least, and that's like a
yeah.
drink. I at least drink like 8 of those a day. But my whole like all my kids like we drink, those big Sam Club or Costco 40 cases of water. We go through 2 to 3 of those a week,
Oh yeah.
and there's only 4 of us.
Yeah, I drink a lot of lemon water because I'm doing a lemon water challenge. But I'm not even gonna get up here and act like I do everything I have to do to stay healthy because I still eat chips. And
You
I
said chips like it was the end of the world.
no, chips are really bad for you. I I've tried a lot of different things. I got on this health kick. So I was trying to figure out what was
Mm.
good for my body and what was making me lose weight and what was not making me lose weight. The two things that I found out that constantly keep weight on me is juice and chips. Now, you know how much I eat chips. I eat a bag of chips, 2 bags of chips every day. You know what I mean? Because I have to eat it with every breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have to eat it like as a side. But when I cut chips out and juice, I was losing weight like this. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but I'm saying I found out what works for you. You have to really research, it's a lifestyle. It's hard, okay? You got to be dedicated. Now, I ain't doing everything to stay healthy, but I do, drink water. That's a given. And I try not to eat a lot of chips. But I eat everything else and I work out.
Yeah,
Okay,
you work out a lot.
number four. Do you laugh every day?
I do. I laugh every day, whether it's I have to call a friend or I watch a show that makes me laugh. I look up a video that makes me laugh. I have to. Like, I do. I can honestly say I laugh every single day.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a little twist in it. Do you cry at least once a week? Now,
I do.
Crying is healthy too. Crying is healthy. Getting your emotions and your feelings out there, not having them balled up. Like, you ever been just watching TV and a commercial comes on and it's just a happy commercial and you just start crying. And
Yes.
then it's like, what are you crying for? It's like, oh my God, they're just so happy.
Yes.
You know what
Yes.
I mean? You gotta
Yes. Now,
get
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, let me not lie. I probably don't cry once a week. I probably cry like once a month. And that's because I do ball it up. I'm the person that holds in their emotions. I'm like, okay, oh, I'll be fine. Let me hold it all in. And then when I explode, it's not like I explode out into the world. I explode in my shower. And I just cry for like 30 minutes straight, and then I'm good. Or I cry in my car listening to a specific song because I know that will make me release. And I know I need to do that more because it's unhealthy to keep it in. So that's
I literally deliberately watch shows that make me cry because I I don't know, it's weird because after our mom passed away, I went numb for a long time where I didn't feel anything. Nothing made me cry. Nothing. I went to my one of my high school best friend's mother's funeral and he got up there, had his little speech. He started crying and I did not shed not one tear. And I really thought something was wrong with me. I was like, what kind of
I'm
person
broken.
does not cry at your best friend's mom's funeral? Who does that? You know what I mean? I have to really look at myself like, no, I need to figure out a way that's getting my emotions out. And for me, that's watching shows and the drama and things like that. I get a good cry out at least once a week. And I'm being shy because I probably cry more than that. But it just makes me feel good. I mean, I cry by
Yeah.
myself, but it just makes me feel good because when I'm crying, I'll try to figure out why I'm crying, and I'll probably call my sister, and
Mm.
I cried. I don't know why I cried. Let's figure out why I cried. And then we'll figure it out, and then it just makes me feel better because now I know I'm not hiding from it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel it. I want to feel it.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I
just
know.
be numb. I want to feel everything that's coming to me so I know how to
Yeah.
handle it.
It's hard. I went numb too. I
Mhm.
went numb too, and I was I asked myself like, dang, do I wanted this? And I asked God to release it. But then when he released it, then I started getting all emotional. So
Oh
now I'm
yeah.
like,
Oh,
what's
I'm bad.
worse, like being numb or being this emotional roller coaster? And I still don't know because I am literally an emotional roller coaster sometimes. And sometimes in my brain, I'm like, let me ask God to take me back to emotionless Kiosha because I'm tired of being the emotional Kiosha. So
Yeah, but I feel like that's where there we go. We like teeter totter back and forth because I was low key the emotionless person before. Now I feel like I'm more emotional, more things hurt my feelings now. And I gotta be like, whoa, even with my family, even with my brother that just came up, I didn't know how much that really hurt me that we don't have a relationship. Talking about me and my sister's brother. I didn't know because before I was numb. It didn't matter to me. I didn't care. Like, okay, we don't have a relationship because we don't have a relationship. Oh, well, it's still my brother, but we don't have a relationship. But now I'm more emotional. And so I'm like, it hurts. Now I feel everything. I feel everything. Like before, I didn't have a relationship with my little sisters because I was numb. I didn't care. I didn't have a relationship with nobody. I had a relationship with my son, and that's all that mattered to me. Everybody else, it didn't matter to me. You know what I mean? But now that I've allowed myself to feel, I feel everything, and now it's allowing me to correct everything in my life. Because when you're numb, you don't know what's wrong. You don't know what's hurting you. So now that I can feel it, now I'm like, okay, I need to fix this. I need to fix my relationship with my sisters. I need to fix my relationship with my brother. I need to fix my relationship with old friends that I may have did something to. You know what I mean? So I feel better. I
Yeah,
feel better. I don't feel overly emotional like you're saying. I feel a balance.
I do.
Okay. Why do
Yeah,
you think you
I'm
feel
trying to.
like that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to work through that and figure out why I'm so emotional and why certain things hurt me so easily
Now
or
I
I
I
get.
feel like I feel like you're numb
You
because
think so?
from the outside looking in, you probably are feeling something over there, but over here and what you portray, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're just numb and I don't know, it just feels like you're not expressing yourself. Like when it comes to like the family and stuff like that, and you feel a certain way, it doesn't feel like you express yourself.
No, no, no. I don't. I hold it
I
in.
I feel like you just let it. Okay, it is what it is. They are the way they are, and they're never going to accept me. And I feel like no, I feel like that's not the case. But I feel like that's what you feel, and it's like okay, they're my family, and so I'm just whatever. I'm just gonna go with the motion with them, and do my own thing. What I really feel over here.
That's how I feel.
Mm. Which
And
sucks.
hopefully one day it does. It does. It really sucks. And hopefully one day I'll be able to change it, and you
Get
know.
back to that emotional person that gets the high pitched voice, so at least we know what the hell is going on. Because if you don't do that, we don't know what's going on.
Oh my God, grandmother, she'll be called. She knows every single time she knows something's wrong because she'll be like, "Hey, hey, Kiesha, how are you?" And if
You
I
go,
say fine,
no, you get a high fine. Like, what are you singing? And you.
that's how she always knows. She'll be like, "Okay, what's wrong?" But I'm working on it. Working, working, working. All right, so discussion number 2. Am I just existing? Do I feel like a robot?
Not at all. Now I don't. Before I did. Whew, it was a time, I think I only felt like, I'm going to bring it all to a lot of my life changed when my mom passed away. My whole life went upside down. Before I felt like, okay, I have my mom. I could do whatever I want. I had a baby, but I knew my mom had my back. I could travel the world. I could do whatever it is that I knew because I knew my mom was a homebody and she loved to have her grandkids around. When my mom passed away, it was like, okay, I have no safe haven. I have nowhere to go back to. Everybody has a place where, okay, if time gets rough, I could go back and I can live here. I didn't have that anymore. So I felt like it made me grow up. I was 22 or 23, but I felt like now, okay, I have to work. And I started to dance, and I wasn't happy, and it was to the point where, okay, I'm just dancing so I can pay for my bills. And then I didn't feel good going out because I was a night person. Like, I just felt like a robot. It was sleep all night, wake up, you know, sleep all day, go to work, sleep all night, whatever. It was just a robot. So back then, yes, I felt like a robot. Now I make my own schedule. I do what I have to do. I do what's best for me. I do what I have to do with all my passions, my career. I'm going to school. So no, I don't feel like a robot. I feel like a chicken with her head cut off.
Total opposite.
Right?
Now me, I also felt like a robot, and I went to that numb stage, and I went through that numb stage for about 2.5 years. So much so to where I got married again. I had another baby, which I don't regret. I just did a lot of things that I would have normally not done because of how numb I was and the things I was going through in my life.
You put up with a lot of things
And
that you would normally not put up with.
I did, because I don't even think I felt them. I don't think I give a damn. I think I was just numb, and I was just in a bad place. And I did that robotic thing for a few years. And still after I started like going back to work and stuff, I still did that robot thing because I was just like, you know what, whatever. I just need to make sure that my kids are fed and clothed and they have a roof over their head. So let me just do this and whatever. I wasn't happy, wasn't ambitious, wasn't trying to achieve anything. So yeah, definitely. But now I could say in the last few years, no, not a robot at all. But I've been in that crazy ass place. Definitely. So number 2, I never step out of my comfort zone.
I would say I don't step out of my comfort zone. I I wish I did, but I don't. I I don't know, like I just put it back to girls that I've known. Like, if I don't have a set plan, like, oh, we going somewhere, okay, I need to know where we're going and how long we're going to be there and things like that. If I don't feel confident in what's going on, like, I've had many opportunities to be in music videos or things like that. But if it don't sound right and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do what? Oh no, I'm not doing that. But that could be, that opportunity I needed to go further my career, or just things. I don't think I will try things, but I don't step out of my comfort zone, and I wish I did, because there's a lot of things that I feel I can do, but I don't have the experience to do. So I just don't do it. So that's something I wish I would change. What about you? Do you step out of your comfort zone?
To a certain extent, some things in my life I step out of my comfort zone when it comes to like my career at with my actual career. Um, I now feel like I step out of my comfort zone because in 5 years ago I would have never been open to doing a podcast. I would have never been open to having my own businesses, never been open to teaching financial classes. Like, I would have never been open to doing any of those things. So now, yes, I feel like I'm stepping out of my comfort zone 1000%. Before, hell no. Uh, yeah, right. Couldn't pay me. Like, nothing. Nothing. So, question number 3. Do you have any major dreams or goals? I know your answer, Mia.
You know my answer?
Definitely.
What's my answer?
You definitely have a lot of major dreams and goals.
Oh, okay. I do. I'm like, what's my answer? I do have a lot of dreams and goals. But the thing about it is, I just got these dreams and I just got these goals. You know what I mean? I didn't have dreams like these. I had dreams like, oh, okay. I mean, I was a dancer. I had dreams like, oh, I want to travel to Miami and dance at a major club that I seen on TV. You know what I mean? Like that was my dream and those were my goals. Like, you know what I mean? And I just
Yeah.
feel like I have different dreams. I have something that is something hard to accomplish because that ain't hard. I mean, it is hard if you're a whack dancer. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You
Or if
ain't
you're
making
not
no
cute.
money. You know what I mean? That might be hard for you. No, even if you ain't cute, girl, because I done see some ugly ducklings make some money. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with being cute in a dance world. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's about your hustle. But I have different dreams. I have grown woman dreams and I have grown woman goals, and they feel so
Elevation.
much better. And I'm just because these are my dreams and goals, that it might not even be where I end up, but it feels good to be going up and not having,
Standing still.
standing still. So it feels
Elevation.
good to live and not just exist. Because I could still be a dancer, right now, but that's not something I want in my life. That's something that was there for that time being to get me to where I am today. And it is a big
Yes.
part of who I am today. And I would never talk bad about it. I mean, yes, I will, but I would never discredit what I have done. Everything that I have done up until this point has made me who I am. And I'm happy to have this dream and be sitting in this dream today. So,
Exactly. Exactly. Yes. See, me, I have many, many, many major dreams and goals. And guess what? I am going to achieve all those dreams and goals, no matter what I have to do, because I know my purpose and I'm standing in my purpose and I'm going to fulfill my purpose.
amen.
Okay, so let's end this with a question for our viewers. Do you feel you are enough?
Now, you can answer this question on our Facebook page at Crazy Beautiful Talks or our group page on Facebook, Crazy Beautiful Talks, a private group. Now, answer the question, let us know how you feel, and you can probably win a spot on our podcast.
Our next episode is letting you know you are enough. I hope you will join us next time with
With
another
another
episode
episode
of
of
Crazy
Crazy
Beautiful Talks.
Talks.